a serious situation with the City of Plantation Police Department, as well as a contractor who was hell-bent on extorting money out of us.
Essentially what happened was, after one of the hurricanes, Hurricane Irma, we had experienced a lot of damage to our home, and we figured, okay, we'll use this time to do some upgrades to the home, put in hurricane impact windows, put on a new roof. The screen enclosure was demolished during the hurricane, so these are things that needed to get fixed, not just for the aesthetics, but also the roof was over 20 years old. It's things that needed to get done. So we were doing our upgrades, and we had a lot of different contractors at the home. And, when you have contractors, you sometimes deal with different issues that come up. And when they come up, you deal with them. This is normal construction kind of thing. You deal with them.
It turned out that the contractor was a little bit less qualified. I basically caught him not doing the job correctly, not following the engineered set of drawings. I refused to give him his last payment until he made the necessary corrections, and he decided that he was going to threaten me, threaten to destroy my home, was going to go after my widow when he was done working me over. Everything culminated on one day. I had gone to the police seeking information about having him trespassed if he ever came back to the house. I sent an email to his company stating that he and any employee that had ever visited the home was barred from coming back onto the property because of the owner's threats of violence against me and my wife. And then the day of the incident, I got a phone call from a woman claiming that she was the personal secretary of this gentleman, and he was on his way with his crew to fulfill his threats of going through me and my wife and my home in order to get his payment.
Terry said, listen, I was working. I worked out of the home. This was before COVID, but I still worked at the home at that time. Anyway, I was working in the home, and he said, listen, if I tell you to call 911, you got to be ready to call 911. I said, okay, no problem. So I take a break. I'm taking a little cat nap. The next thing I know, Terry's like, call 911, call 911. They're here.
He showed up. Another individual showed up. And unfortunately, there was a gunshot that went off.
So here we are trying to protect ourselves. And we go to tell the police thinking, okay, we're going to tell them what happened. They're going to go and arrest this lunatic. No, they arrest him. Like, you've got to be kidding me.
The police told me that I preyed on this gentleman's machismo, that by telling him he wasn't allowed to be on the property was my way of guaranteeing that he couldn't resist but to come onto the property and challenge me, because that's the way machismo works.
So now I know we need help. We need help. So I'm looking and I see, I saw Rossen law firm, and they had, some good reviews, because you have no time. Who are you going to call like this? And I'll tell you something, just as an aside, this is something that they should teach everybody in high school. Just have a very good, reputable defense attorney's number in your phone, even if you never use it. So if an emergency happens, you'll have that number to call. Not only did we have the criminal case, but we had a civil case we had to get situated. So Rossen Law Firm was fantastic. They sent two of the team members with us for that, because we knew that this fellow was going to try to prejudice that trial with, he shot at me, So they were fantastic, and they helped us in what to say, what not to say, but also letting the judge know, this is this is what it's about. So it was really good that they had the team members with us there, and they've really been there to help us with anything that's come up. And we had prep to get us ready, because you don't know what's going to get thrown at you. You just don't.